Two-way radio has always offered a practical and cost-effective means of short-range communication, mainly since users incur no monthly network charges and airtime is unlimited. In years gone by, its potential has always been limited by the availability of frequencies due to the very tightly allocated radio spectrum. Before PMR446, two-way radio was relatively complex and carried costly licensing requirements with fees of £140 a year for up to 10 radios. As of 1996, the government freed up an additional range of radio frequencies for business use called Short Range Business Radio, or SRBR. Motorola launched the UK's first low-cost two-way radio for business use in January of 1996. The radio was designed to capitalise on moves by the government to free up the additional portion of the spectrum and make this cost-effective method of communications easily available to businesses in Great Britain. The new radio from Motorola was simple to operate and license and was named Handie-Com. The launch of SRBR was initiated by an industry group led by Motorola. The group worked closely with what was then the Radio Communications Agency, or RA, an executive department of the DTI which managed the radio spectrum. The RA developed a low-cost licence at a price of £30 for 3 years for unlimited handsets to encourage business use. Handie-Com by Motorola, the first low-cost radio to capitalise on this move, was launched after 12 months of research and development. With models available at prices between £127 and £189 per handset before VAT, it was approximately half the price of current radios on the market and was available, complete with a user-friendly licence application form, from retail outlets throughout the UK. Previously, radios and licences had generally only been available from specialist outlets. Licence forms were complex to complete and licences sometimes only available after a lengthy waiting time. Taking advantage of new regulations which allowed nationwide use, Handie-Com could be licensed for use anywhere in England, Scotland and Wales and could be used for local communication. Previously, the majority of licence holders were only permitted to use their radios in one location. With its easy-to-operate configuration, Handie-Com was ideal for any type of business which needed to communicate locally across a location and which needed a system which was cost-effective, not only to run but to operate. Once purchased, there were no additional monthly costs. There are up to 15 channel modes to choose from on the radio. The modes are pre-programmed into the radio's memory, therefore to access and select a mode, the radio is required to operate in a special channel select manner. When using this function, the radio can neither transmit or receive. The 15 modes are arranged in 3 banks of 5, as shown here. You can access the channel banks and select the appropriate mode by pressing and holding both the PTT and monitor buttons while switching the radio on and then releasing both buttons. The LED colour and the number of beeps indicates the current mode setting. Next, press the monitor button to scroll between the 3 channel banks indicated by the LED. Red flashing is bank 1, modes 1 to 5, green flashing is bank 2, modes 6 to 10, and yellow flashing is bank 3, modes 11 to 15. To select the required bank indicated by the flashing LED, press the PTT button to select the required mode within the bank. This is indicated by the number of beeps in the loudspeaker. For example, select mode number 7 by pressing the monitor button until the LED flashes green. Then press the PTT button until 2 beeps are heard. Finally, switch the radio off to exit channel mode select operation and the radio is now ready for normal use. Maxon and ICOM also released radios designed for SRBR under the name Easiwave. The ICOM IC-F4SR was made first for SRBR and then for PMR446 after 2003. SRBR at 461 MHz was always an interim allocation and details included in the SRBR licence informed licence holders that the frequencies would be replaced by the new European-wide PMR446 allocation in due course. Ofcom released confirmation of the SRBR service closure on the 31st of December of 2003 and the £30 licence fee had already been removed from September of 1999 to fall in line with the licence-exempt PMR446. So there you have it, another short-lived and now defunct radio service and the predecessor to PMR446. It's important to note that the frequencies that were allocated to the short-range business radio service are now allocated to paying PMR users, so use of the old equipment such as the S100, S200 and S240 is now not legal without a relevant licence and you could be interfering with licensed users. So I hope you found this video of some interest, another Nice historical radio topic covered there. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions or questions, or you use these radios, drop me a comment in the box below and I'll get back to you. And all that's left to say is 7-3. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.